make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure if you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Bro, I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him, make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello, welcome back to another live, people. Welcome back to the YouTube channel.
Welcome
Yeah,
back to Claret and Royal Blue Show.
No, my God. Well, this is not a great
What
start, is it?
happened?
Like, yeah, I don't know, but I said I was going to start the show, and then... Fuck's sake, there he is. Fucking hell. Like, I literally said I'm about to start show. It went from 3 people to 2 people. I was like, fucking hell, I've got half the crew here. We're still waiting on a certain person who's doing this fucking match reaction, apparently. But yes, this is gonna be the GVO show from now on, people. I've mentioned this multiple times about shaping the panel, well, not shaping the panel show, shaping the shows and stuff. And I wouldn't usually do a quote unquote panel show, but this only makes sense to. But let's check out the panel.
Warrior's back.
The Warrior's been in my chat for a little bit.
Oh, so he's just not in anyone else's chat. I hear you, Warrior. Chris.
Just very occasionally. But let's see how the panel are doing. Melon, how you been, man? How you been?
Yeah, I've been doing good, man. I've been doing good. Quite bit of a different stream. Obviously, current Royal Blue Show is suspended until further notice. Yeah, this will have to do. Hopefully, this is better. It's going to be better for Mike. So, yeah, let's hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, man. Of course. Prime, how you been?
I'm good. I heard I get why you reschedule shows and stuff because, I do a stream with Alfie and it's annoying just talking to Alfie one-on-one. So I get it. Makes sense. So,
Fuck's sake. But
he doesn't, bro. Imagine Mike's talking to someone that doesn't even listen. Hey, what up, Alfie?
Big up.
What up, fuck's sake, man? Fuck's sake.
You good?
That's so weird that I didn't listen, man.
Yeah, all good,
Alfie,
man.
how are you been, man?
Yeah,
You're okay, yeah?
Yeah.
You have the Coke with you, Alfie?
That's a typical match day sort of sentence. You got the Coke with you, mate? It's just in the toilets.
You've heard this? Yeah, there's so many jokes. Never mind.
And then he takes a sip.
I'm talking about the Coke bottle. You always have a 2-liter bottle. So you have one for the show?
Well, he just took a sip out of it.
Oh, okay.
That was literally like the perfect timing. Most perfect timing ever. But I might as well talk about every club in one at this point, guys, because like obviously, as I said before, I've had to talk about football like 3 times a week. So it's like the same show all the time and stuff. But we might as well get started. I don't know if Alfie's escaped like Madeline McCann, but we'll move on.
It's fucking fizzed up everywhere, you cunts.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, well, that's the shit. This is a great start.
You know what? That's how you know Alfie. He just bought the Coke bottle. He just bought it. That's why he's late. He wasn't doing a match reaction. He just went to the corner shop, bought it, rushed back home.
I was doing a match reaction, you prick. I just finished filming it. It's literally just gone up.
Alfie,
That's what she
the
said.
game ended like 30 minutes ago. What are we doing?
About 30 minutes ago.
It ended 30 minutes ago. Your match reactions are usually like 5 to 10 minutes long. It takes how long? It doesn't take long to upload a YouTube video.
Yeah, but you're forgetting thumbnail as well.
Yeah, my bad. Your precious thumbnails. Hey Alfie, you could just pay a certain guy to do your thumbnails.
Oh, for fuck, let's not do this.
No, you can pay me £3. £3 for me.
Well,
yeah, you can pay Melon.
Given this, we have 2 Chelsea fans on the channel. I just can't remember this happening at the same time. It's very rare this happens. It's going to be very awkward to like talk about both things at the same time, but Bournemouth and then Atalanta. I don't know which one of you wants to start, but you guys have been dropping points a lot as of recently. There's been a lot of talk about Chelsea in December. obviously, just your manager always comes up to criticism every time you can lose a game or two, or lose a few games in a row. Off of his head sort of mentality. What's been going on? What's been the main problem, guys? Everyone's been saying the title race is instantly over. I know Mellon's never thought there was one, but what's been going on?
Just it's annoying, bro. It's really annoying. Defensive errors. That's it. No matter who's on the pitch, we can have our best back line and there's still going to be defensive errors. Against Atalanta, the first goal, Wesley Fofana at fault, our best centre-back. Just leaves his man, just like, yeah, fuck it, man. Gets a divorce, leaves his man, and then randomly just, like, what are you fucking doing in the fucking 6-yard box? Like, what the fuck, bro? And then the second goal, Sanchez, in the Atalanta game, the second goal was losing 2-1. Sanchez was at fault. Defense does pretty much all they can, but they sure maybe could have done better, of course. But it was a shit fucking shot, quite low power, and then all of that power was redirected into the roof of the net by Sanchez. He gets a hand to it, doesn't do enough. Both goals from Atalanta are from Chelsea mistakes. Chelsea not doing well enough.
My boy Scamacca scoring. I thought he was in the. I forgot he was alive. I can't lie. Yeah, I forgot he was alive. I can't lie. I had an Ian Wright sort of moment because I wasn't watching the game, so I just saw Scamacca score. I was like,
someone said he was dead.
Yeah, I was tempted to tweet out some jab towards certain West Ham fans that called this guy shit, but like. I didn't think you guys actually lose that Atalanta, but like I didn't think you don't also go 4 games in a row where it's like have a 1 sort of thing. But I thought it was cool. Like you actually take some more positives, for example, at the Arsenal result, and then carry on. But it feels like sometimes the level of players you have, the level can only be kept up at a certain point, and then you just drop. Because I feel like the manager always tries to cover the mistakes of your players, but there's only so much he can do, sort of thing. Whereas, like, cool, Sanchez made like 1 mistake. He's been on good form as of recently, but it's like the person doesn't change, sort of thing. It's like take off the mask, it's still Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't really expect this, but still in December, Chelsea dipping again. Like, it feels like a bit of deja vu to last season.
Not only last season, bro. Every season.
Yeah,
every season I've been alive watching Chelsea Football Club has been like this, bro. And it's like, it's not always every fixture in December. It's like between December and January, we're just...
Dog.
Bro, exactly. Which is shit. The results are just not good enough at all. I feel like, in terms of what you want to go after in a league campaign, that's sort of where you'd sort of base the results off of. Before expecting what?
This season. What did you expect Chelsea to do this season before a ball had been kicked?
Yeah, top 4, absolutely. Maybe top 3, and then good showing in the Champions League and a really good cup run in both the FA Cup and Carabao Cup.
To be fair, you still could do that.
Yeah, I know.
You're still on for all those. Because what, you're in the quarters of the Carabao.
Yeah. FA Cup hasn't started yet.
FA Cup hasn't started. I'm not too sure who you guys have got.
Cardiff.
You're still in a position where you can get out of the league phase of the champs through the playoffs.
We've got Paphos, so we can get an easy 3 points, I'd say, but it is in December. So, I don't know.
David Luiz,
easy
mate.
3 points. Yeah, David Luiz, fucking dagger, bro. 90 plus 6 header. Some bullshit, bro.
Or free kick.
I forgot he was alive as well. I forgot he was still alive as well. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like Felipe Luis, for example. He's a manager, but David Luiz is like fucking still playing. It's like,
bro,
I can't keep up.
We lost to Felipe Luis as a manager.
Oh, in the Club World Cup, innit?
Bro,
yeah. What was that group stage?
Yeah. That's the game Jackson got sent off, I think.
Yeah.
But Prime, what have you made of it? Like Chelsea lately?
You said about Mellon didn't believe we're in a title race. I didn't either. just also need to clarify that. But no, whatever. It's typical Chelsea. We always tend to have a bad December since I guess we last won the league. Hi, Duncy. And yeah, so I kept saying to people, just because we were second and 6 points off super duper mix Arsenal doesn't mean we're in the title race. Because how shit this league is, if we win like 3 games in a row, we're back in second and we're back like maybe 5 points off Arsenal or something like that. So yeah, people are crashing out because they don't like Maresca regardless. So it doesn't really matter what he does. And there are things about Maresca that are pissing me off. But again, it's like, what do you expect with a young manager? That's why I'm not in favor of like these, unless you're of like a real elite level. I'm not in favor of these young managers getting these big jobs. They still have a lot to learn. Particularly Maresca, who like he came right from Leicester. But in saying all of that, I just wouldn't sack him because the 2 sporting directors are not going to get someone who's even just as good as him.
No.
So I really don't trust them. Like they'll probably get Rosner, who I do rate, but that is a big gamble because he's doing well at Strasbourg, but there's no real pressure. He's had a few results this season and performances where if that's at Chelsea, you're getting criticized regardless. And no one's going to look at context and say, oh, well, we have injuries to certain things. Not at a big club, no one cares. We just look at the bottom line and why are you not performing? So, but in relation to that, we're still in, at least if you talk to rational Chelsea fans, we're still in line to like achieve what we're trying to do, which is finish in the top 4. I still think we'll finish in it comfortably. I don't think we'll be in a top 4 race, even though the league looks real weird right now. And win a trophy, whether that is the Carabao, which we're in the quarterfinal, the FA Cup, which I believe we can win, or the Champions League, which I believe we can win it, but we just need to get to the stage first. If we get to a semi-final or maybe even a quarterfinal, I believe we'll win the Champions League because we can beat any of the big sides. But we're also someone who will lose to any of the big sides or any of the small sides. If we face Leverkusen in a round of 16 or Porto or Sporting, we will get knocked out. So I keep telling Chelsea fans, we're not beating Pathos. I've said this since
if you don't,
I said it since the Carabao game. We're not beating Pathos. They've got David Luiz in there. They are a good side.
It's too much. There's too much going on there, bro. Like, there's too much script.
What even country is that?
Cyprus.
Cyprus.
God,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
And we also play Napoli, which Conte's a fraud in Europe. Great.
Yeah, Napoli have been shaky, man.
We're playing Napoli away from home. Chelsea have not won an away game in the Champions League this season. There's a script in there that tells me
Chelsea Napoli away from home though. That's a good game.
I know, but there's a script that tells me Lukaku bags the winner. There's a script.
Oh yeah, Lukaku,
yeah. Bro, Lukaku's, by the way, he's trying to get back to fitness. There's a script in there that tells me Lukaku bags the winner against Sanchez. Mike, do you know that clip from when Lukaku played for Everton, where he's with Carragher and he pins him and he's gonna do that to like Chalobah or something. He's gonna spin him and bag against Santi. He'll bag the winner or something like that. So yeah.
Wait, you see the season you guys won the Champions League the first time, 2012. You guys played Napoli in the knockouts, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did they beat you in the first leg at home?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Away.
It might be curtains.
Well, they beat us in the first. They beat us in the first leg.
They did. Yeah, 3. Was it 3-1?
Yes.
And we won 4, bro. That was mental.
So it might be curtains for Chelsea based on 13 years ago.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I'll
think
be,
history might
I'll-
repeat itself, Max. You never know.
yeah.
I'll
Hopefully, bro.
Hey, if anyone knows about history repeating itself in the Champions League, it's Alfie. So I hear it.
Thing is, though, this-
Hold on.
this
You
Chelsea
you
squad,
thought
though.
you thought us being on a show together, I wouldn't make that joke. You thought so. It's 15 minutes in, bro. I should have made that joke like 10 minutes ago.
This Chelsea team
Oh.
has such a weird mentality issue where we always play towards the level of our opponents. Karabag,
Yeah.
we're shit. Sunderland, we're shit. If we were going to play Southampton and lose 2-0 later, bro, I
Yeah.
promise you.
Hey,
If we play against Arsenal, Barcelona, Liverpool, like these teams are really
Melon.
good.
that's what I was saying leading up to the Arsenal game about we drop
Yeah.
our level against shit sides, but we beat the big sides. But you know,
Yeah.
certain Arsenal fans like Lee Gunner just didn't want to listen to me and be like, "Oh,
That's
you're
true.
shit because
Oh, you said
you're
you
shit,
said
you're
you thought
shit."
you over, innit?
Yeah, you're shit because you concede 3 goals to Wolves, but you know, Arsenal couldn't beat us. So what does that make Arsenal? I don't know. But yeah, bro,
Wolves scored more
can-
against us than Arsenal did.
I can
Wolves, bro.
guarantee we'll beat Man City. We play
Yeah,
them
bro.
soon. We'll beat them. I guarantee it. But we'll lose the game before and after.
We're playing them in January. We're playing them away. That is going to be the
Yeah.
best game of the season.
We
100%.
will. Hey, Haaland's getting if Chalobah or no, if Achington plays, he'll pocket Haaland.
Yeah, he will actually. 100%.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Well, and then against like Everton or some shit. Is
Yeah.
that what you meant? Is that
Actually, no. You know what? No, you know what? Looking at the way the script has been for Chelsea, Chalobah will play against Haaland and he'll pocket it.
Bro.
Chalobah will pocket Haaland because that's just the type of script Chelsea do in big games.
No, you know what we're going to do? We're going to play a back line of fucking Kukurea, Chalobah, Badiashile, and fucking Tosin for aerial duels against Haaland, bro. You know what we're doing?
Yeah,
That's
and-
exactly what we're doing.
Bro, and it'll be so weird. Tosin will probably pocket Haaland then. But
Bro,
then next game we'll lose.
we play the same thing against like Dominic Calvert-Lewin and lose again. Like, it's fucking shit.
Yeah, bro, it's we're so weird. Just put the 4th place in the Champions League in the bag, bro. I'll be so real. Just put the trophy in the bag.
And you are in such a weird place because like you are not shit enough to be in a very like in a wayward top 4 race, but you're not like great enough to be in a fucking very competitive title race. It's in such a
Limbo.
weird place, bro.
Mike, we're not far away. I still stand by. Like you just get me. Chelsea need a top goalkeeper, at least one top center back, and a top striker. If we'd got at least one of those things in the summer, we could be in a title race. Or at least I'd be willing to actually have the conversation of a title race. Because I'd have something else. But we don't have a spine to be able to talk about title races, which makes it so weird because these guys will then turn up and beat Barcelona 3-0. So why is there an excuse of not being able to beat Leeds? Because it's not a Caicedo issue, by the way. Because with Caicedo in the team, we still didn't beat Brighton or Brentford. So it's not about Caicedo being in the team or Reece James or whatever. It's
There's a lot of these games. When you look back on it, it's all due to Maresca's approach to rotation. I've been saying this for the longest time. Brentford, we only drew, or it felt like a loss because we had Bayern in midweek. Brighton, the same thing. Sunderland, I think either side of the Sunderland game was, I think, 2 wins, I'm pretty sure. It's just rotation. Randomly rotation kills the balance of the team. We can't build anything, and then we just get pammed in. Like, it's just shit.
I agree, but you're gonna have to have some form of rotation, considering how much games we've played in the last year and how many games we will be playing this season. There's gonna be some form of
preseason, isn't it?
Exactly, or else, because people will complain about this, but then people complain about Arteta not rotating for like 2, 3, 4 seasons and overplaying players. So what really now do you want? And I get there's a balance, but
but it's an easy balance. It's not like, oh, you do and you don't. It's you find the way to do it, and the way to do it, Chelsea only win games when things are comfortable and they make their own comfort. So they have to kill games off early. You get 2-0 up against passer, in my opinion. You have to kill games off really early, then sub your best players off.
I don't think we can though. I don't know if these players are capable of killing games off.
Exactly.
We're not clinical enough to kill games off, and we're not good enough defensively to do that either. And also, I noticed there's an intensity that we don't play against lesser sides, which I just look at it as a mentality thing, and that's why I want these top class players. You bring in some of them into the spine, that just helps everyone else, because you can't tell me a Bastoni or an Osimhen or a Magnon would drop their level playing against Leeds at Ellen Road.
Prime, it's funny that you mentioned Magnon, because you mentioned obviously earlier that if you'd have got like a decent goalkeeper in the summer, then you may have been in a better position. Might be, who knows? Do you think it's starting to hurt a little bit more knowing that you failed to get Magnon in the summer? Because I think if you get him in the summer as your goalkeeper and as your number one, I think maybe you're in a better position, because Sanchez is just Sanchez, really. Like this guy is shit. There's a reason why Brighton got rid of him.
Yeah,
there's
but
got to be.
It's annoying across the spine. We've spent Jackson the past 2 seasons has scored roughly 15 goals each across the two in both seasons in the Premier League without taking pens. First season was his first season playing as a striker in football on his own. He goes to AFCON halfway through in January. The next season, he gets injured for roughly a similar amount of time, but he was also at AFCON. Doesn't take pens in both seasons. So if he takes pens, he probably gets close to 20, maybe 20 goals. And now people are looking at him as 20 back-to-back goals in the Premier League, that people are looking at him as a quality striker now. People say he's not good enough. That's fine. I'm not going to argue against that. But we get rid of him and we bring in 2 strikers who none of them are capable of doing that. People praise Delap for how many goals he scored at Ipswich. Weren't half of them penalties? And that's not me saying penalties don't. People are going to say, "Oh, penalties count as goals." They do, but our penalty taker is Palmer. So if Jackson was allowed to take pens last season, Jackson maybe gets 20 goals. So
yeah, and then you look at the Delap situation as well. Like, it's happened with many players. Like, there's players who will go from a mediocre team in the Premier League and then take that step up to an Arsenal or a Chelsea or whoever, and they fail to rise to the occasion. Pause.
Oh, he's a thug. That's a thug, bro.
Players shouldn't be making this big of a jump as a starter ever.
Not this early in their career either.
Delap's never had pressure. He's never had this level of pressure ever in his career. So when you're signing a Delap, he's got no one to learn from. He's your only 9 I guess Mark Yu, but no one planned to have Mark Yu at Chelsea. Like, didn't have a plan to have him in the first place in this fucking team. He was meant to be at Sunderland. Then he got recalled. But Delap has got no one to learn from. Delap has never had this much of pressure. He's gone from Ipswich to Chelsea, and before Ipswich, he was on loan at fucking Hull. The jump he's made in these last 2 years, what the fuck did people expect? What did people really expect from fucking Delap? Was the next Harry Kane by us? Next Harry Kane by us.
But you know what? Maybe it would help if the next Harry Kane could learn from Harry Kane. Maybe that would help. But no, people were telling me, Osimhen's attitude, we don't need him, but go get me Rory Delap's son and some fake false 9 Brazilian.
João Pedro, like, as much as anyone wants to talk shit about Delap, João Pedro has been preferred in the 10 and the 9, and he's shit. He's been fucking terrible.
I was saying this in the summer that João Pedro's never held down a position ever.
Never. He was a DM. He used to be a DM.
João Pedro never held down a position even at Watford and Brighton. He used to play everywhere. Exactly. He's not like, he doesn't specialize in anything. He's one of them players where you can't put him in a box. He's not great at anything.
Mike's. And did people not say this about Havertz, Nkunku, João Felix? Why does modern day football love these forwards that are jack of all trades, master of none? Why do you love these guys?
So many players.
To do
so
what?
Many players like that. Yeah. like they look good for dribbling for like 2 seconds, and you're like, what are they actually doing with the ball? You know when the comp always cuts after they dribble for like 2
Yeah.
seconds. It's like, what are they doing after that? Yeah, the comp has cut again, and it's got and it's got some fucking Kanye West 2006 song in the background, yeah, to make the guy look good. Like now it's
they're always like, my baller, he's a baller. What? Like this, baller is an American term for it. In NBA like stuff. What does a baller actually mean? I don't. It's great that you're technical. All right, now beat your man. Can you shoot on goal? Can you get a shot on target? Can you play a through ball? Do you have movement? Are you quick? What do you do besides just being a baller? Honestly,
bro.
what do you
like
do?
The term baller used to be for players like Hazard and Coutinho and Alexis Sanchez, not for fucking João Pedro and Liam Delap. Like, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Like baller, yeah. I remember when I was talking to someone, yeah. I remember when they were like, you know, Henderson, yeah, he's a baller. I'm like, I give up. I give up on my life. And this was like a conversation. Like, I remember there was an off-camera conversation I had with one of my mates like a few years ago. He was like, you know, but Henderson's like low-key a baller. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Like, it's not the term baller. There's no like Neymar-esque player like in 2025. I nearly said 2026 because my mind's in January. But there's no player like that. João Pedro is one of these players, again, never specialized at anything. Sometimes O'Brien was on the left, 10 up front. He was never great at anything. So when people are like, oh, but he's a sick footballer, is he though? Is he?
Exactly.
Is he
What do you
really
do?
though? Or is it
Gas,
just a guy who
bro,
turns up
like-
in moments, bro?
What do
He
you
turned
do?
up in the Club World Cup. He scored like 2 goals against his one of his ex teams, and we're like, "Yo, this guy can actually shoot a football. What the fuck? We ain't seen this in 3 years." You know, it's like, bro,
Bro,
we
it's
just
easy to shoot a
drank
football
the
when you're
Kool-Aid.
playing off Palmer. It's easy to do that when you're playing off Palmer. It's easy. Can you do that on your own though?
No.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah, like
What do you actually, bro? It makes me sick because you watch footballers in 2025, and it just makes me think I could play. Because I'd offer a little something. Like we could play because we all like. What attributes do you actually have? I
think-
Tosin plays center back for Chelsea. Why can't I play center back for Chelsea?
Well, just clear the ball and then put your hands on your hips like you did at Tucker.
Hey, but at least I've got an attribute, bro. What did they have? I've got an attribute. Actually, no. Elijah's tall. Elijah, why can't you play center back for Chelsea? Why does Tosin have to play? Elijah's got a first touch. He's tall. You can pass. Safety pause. He's strong. Why can't he play center back for Chelsea? Go on.
I don't know.
I don't think Elijah would play for Chelsea.
Hey, Tosin doesn't play for Chelsea either, so I'd rather have.
He never has played for Chelsea, bro.
He's never played for Chelsea, bro. Do you know he made team of the season in the Conference League last year? You know that, right?
Yeah, because Palmer wanted him to.
Mm.
He went to the technical board of fucking directors and was like, "Yo, get Toasted as a centre back." Bro.
There was another player that got brought up earlier in the chat. I think I can't remember who said it. I think it was Xtal. He said Alfie or hashtag number 8. Who in the middle? Who's better currently? He's a Chelsea fan. So he's talking about Enzo Fernandez. I've had a lot of criticism about Enzo Fernandez the past.
Bro, I'm better than Enzo, bro.
Like
Alfie,
in
I'll say
ways,
that now.
I hear it like quite divided about Enzo Fernandez, and when like there's even people that really rate him really high, or people that just don't like him at all. Like, what are we saying about Enzo Fernandez?
Alfie, that clip that we recorded of you running in the park, I'll be real, you're quicker than Enzo. I don't know if you're as racist as him, but there's you're quicker, so that's all that counts right now.
Alfie's pace and Mellon's racism. Like,
The perfect footballer.
Pace and race.
Pace and racismo. Pacismo.
Enzo's
yeah.
not even that bad, bro. Like when you understand football to a good enough level, you watch Enzo Fernandez specifically, and his ability to move into certain areas of the pitch, like filling in. Oh, that's crazy. You can't really say that. Safety pause and the whole thing, filling in the gaps other players leave. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of bad. it's just the intelligence is ridiculous. He's really, really, really good. But over the last it's a fucking problem with him. Every single fucking season he starts like he's eating way too many donuts. Like this guy is fat as fuck, slow as shit. He can't do fucking anything. But then randomly a few weeks into the season he starts to work off all the fucking extra weight, and then he starts to actually be able to like move the football. The only problem with Enzo Fernandez, yeah, bro, he just gets burnt out. He gets tired. He can't move the ball against Bournemouth.
Do you reckon he's carrying that midfield?
He's not carrying our midfield. What? He's just being overplayed. Ignore. You have to bypass him. Ignore.
Wait. No, I want to know. Wait, who do you think he's carried in the midfield outfit? Who do you think he's carried in the midfield?
No, I'm just saying because they brought up the fact that Melon brought up the fact that Enzo usually looks burnt out in most games after a certain amount. That's why I brought up the idea of maybe he's carrying the Chelsea midfield.
I said he gets burnt out because he's overplayed.
Cool. Yeah, he's just overplayed in general. Like he's played pretty much every minute in the Premier League over the last 3 seasons.
Mike, you're a bad guy. You're waiting for Alfie to drown himself. You're a bad guy.
No, I was just asking. I didn't know whether he was saying he was carrying Caicedo or not. That's what I thought he was going to say.
Yeah, I was going to probably what.
That's why I just wanted to bypass it.
There is a player carrying our midfield. It is not Enzo Fernandez, big man. Yeah. It's definitely not.
Yeah, but nah, Enzo is like. I said this on Lewis's stream like maybe a month ago now. We spent £100 million on a Lamborghini, and we've got him parked in Croydon. Bro, Maresca's using him as a box crasher. I'll be real. Bring back Mason Mount or something then. If you're going to do that. If you're going to just do box crasher, bring back Mount. Go get me McTominay, Jude Bellingham. If that's what you want to do, because that's what he's doing right now. Whether it's playing as a 10 or he's playing as an 8, he's just box crashing. You're not allowing him to like play on the ball, dictate, whatever. And there's also an argument to be made. Maybe he can't even do that in the Prem. Fine. So then he just has to go. Or buy more midfielders so he doesn't have to play week in, week out. Because even in games where he's stinking, Maresca still picks him when you have Santos on the bench. Lavia, he can fuck off.
Yeah, he can fuck off.
He can leave because you don't play. So sell Lavia, get me another midfielder, and actually start to trust him and play him, Maresca. Because you have Santos there and you're just not playing the guy. But Enzo can stink week in, week out, and no one cares. Because he will score against Spurs or something. People will celebrate.
He just needs to say the N-word a couple more times. I think you'll win the fan base over. Like...
Oh, you think he's not saying that?
He needs to get on a 3-6-4, bro. Like, revive his fucking career, man. That's what he needs.
Bro, that stinker that Tosin dropped, you think he didn't say the N-word?
He definitely muttered it. Definitely muttered it for sure.
He's doing that and just saying it, bro. Like, the cameras just can't see that.
He's saying, nigga, the lap. How dare you? Oh no, Liam. Gosh.
Liam, how could you?
Hey, Liam said it in it, not me, but I agree with Liam.
Fuck you know. Oh my days, bro! Like, it is with Enzo. It's like I like him as a player, but I've never put him on the same level as I've said this multiple times on multiple streams before when talking about Chelsea. I've never put him on the same level as a Caicedo, for example, because Caicedo is just a demon. He's just ultra consistent. Yeah. He's just in a different class of his own when it comes to like Premier League as well. But it's like with Enzo, I feel like sometimes I don't know what I'm watching because I feel like he does so much of other things, and I'm like, what am I watching you specifically for? Because I feel like I don't see you do the same thing all the time. Whereas when I'm watching you in certain games, you've had like a different role every fucking game. It's like sometimes you're box crashing, sometimes you're in fucking like sometimes you're too deep, sometimes you're spraying passes. I don't know what you are. I don't know what you are sometimes.
And that's the annoying because we have. And the thing is, he has obviously improved massively on the stuff that Maresca wants him to do. But it's like you've got a specialist at certain things. Because there's a reason why people like rate him highly. He's clearly good at certain things, but then you're just telling him to just do everything. It like we might as well have Souček if that's just what you want to do. because, like, what?
No, you don't want Suchek.
What? That's what he's doing, though. Suchek, Bellingham, McTominay, Mount, Gallagher. That's all you're doing with him. So let him go if that's the case. Because why are we spending £100 million on a player and you're playing him out of position? Mikes, does that make sense for Arteta to do?
But you were going to say that Arteta should play him. Arteta should get him instead.
Bro, if we're going to...
That's a player, bro. We just sign him back,
bro. We're having Rice and Enzo conversations because they're both being played as box crashers.
Hey, do you know what it is? Enzo, yeah, is the most Atletico Madrid player that's never played for Atletico Madrid.
But I don't think
he should be playing next to Rodrigo De Paul and Conor Gallagher and Koke and all of these.
Yeah,
the Paul ain't even there anymore.
Bro, the Paul's in Miami.
I know
he's Miami, bro.
I know, but bring it back. Bring Enzo.
Maybe.
Like recreate the midfield of like the World Cup.
I hear it because if Simeone wants to play a more progressive style, you play Enzo in midfield and you protect him with Gallagher and De Paul. I hear it though. I hear it. But he's gonna go Real Madrid. They'll give us back our 100 mil and we'll spend it on like 5 16-year-olds.
Bro, if De Paul was in this country, he'd be called De Paul. Like that, these are the kind of players that come to this country.
No, we love De Paul, bro.
This country
I know,
the whole football club was in love with Conor Gallagher, bruv. And this guy's a racist Conor Gallagher. That's all he is.
Wait, so he's Conor Gallagher. He's Conor Gallagher.
Basically Conor Gallagher, yeah.
No one can tell me Conor Gallagher's not right. No one can tell me.
Bro, he's so racist. That video in the tunnel shed so much light, bro. Like, it was like, it was like, yo.
That poor kid.
Why are you big at it, man? Why are you big at it?
That fucking my days. Do you reckon you might go Everton this weekend, right? You reckon you might bounce back then?
No, we're not.
4-0 win easily.
We're playing it's at the Bridge, but they're just gonna, bro. Especially if they score first, they're just gonna sit and defend, bro. You're gonna sit in that deep block.
Well, why did they name their stadium that?
Oh, Hill Dickinson.
I'm not calling it that. I'm calling it Goodison Park. I don't care.
I can't. I'm just calling it the Blue Stadium that looks like Tottenham's. Like it just looks like a blue Tottenham.
Either that or just call it the Bramley Moore Stadium because that's where it is, isn't it? Bramley Moore Dock.
That's what I thought it was going to be called.
That's what I thought as well.
I'm just gonna call it Goodison.
No, Goodison, bro. Goodison can be put to rest, bro. It's for the women's team. Just leave it for them. Big man. That stadium is the worst.
Speaking of leaving it for the women's team, I need a new stadium. Give the Bridge to the women's team.
Do that. Actually, that's a good idea.
To be fair, Prime, now that you mention it, I did the similar thing when Tottenham moved into their new stadium. I still called it White Hart Lane.
I still do.
I call it 3 Point Lane.
Yeah, it's 3 Points Lane for us, but
that's to be fair.
I call it the only stadium in North London with European trophy.
And they have 3 of them.
There's
more Europa Leagues than us.
3 is crazy. Oh, they have more than us. We need to be back. Don't worry, we'll finish 5th this season.
We have 100% record in the fucking competition, man. You can't break.
Imagine not having a 100% record in a competition, but pretending to be a big club in London. It's crazy.
That's crazy, but we've never lost.
We did the Conference League
Europa League game. We've never
lost
a Europa League game ever.
We won the European Trophy unbeaten. Really?
Yeah, we did the Conference. We only drew 1 game, and that was it.
Hey, dark. Mad.
We did a whole competition. We never lost a Conference League.
Wait, so everyone on the panel, even a West Ham fan, has more European pedigree than
actually no, Melon. Hold on. Mike, remove Alfie for a sec. Say that again, Melon. Say that again.
But it doesn't work.
No, because everyone on the panel.
Now everyone on the panel, apart from
not now.
That guy, has European
that
pedigree.
That guy as well. I have a fucking name, you twat.
You've not won a European trophy. You've not won a European trophy. Do you have a name?
Well, speaking of do you have a name, let's talk about Arsenal.
Let's talk about middle name.
Let's talk about middle name. Obviously, you just beat Club Brugge, but you also lost Aston Villa on the weekend. So, overall, Alfie, what has been your take on Arsenal? Because you've got Mascara injured, joining Gabriel and Saliba being injured in the centre back area, but you have got 500 centre backs at the club. So, what have you made of the past couple of results? I didn't see the Club Brugge highlights later in the game, but Aston Villa as well. That you man got out tactics for real against
We were
Empoli
shit.
again.
We were shit. We were shit at Villa Park. There's no other word to describe it, Mikes. We were shit. We had a couple of very, very good chances to get at least a goal in that game, and we failed to do so. There were loads of chances that we had in that game that we failed to capitalise on. Lackadaisical defending at the back, which caused Villa to not only take the lead, but then get the winner at the end of the game. It just looked like the team weren't there. Like they weren't there mentally. And fair enough, we managed to get a good result tonight in the game against Bruges, but, you know, questions have still got to be asked, because it's great that we're seeing players coming back from injury, but it seems like that treatment room is coming with a revolving door, because as soon as players are walking out of it, players are walking straight back in. And it's happened a few times now. We've had Gyökeres, Madueke. Madueke almost got injured tonight, nearly had to come off. But you've got all those players coming back from injury, and then you've got Rice getting injured, Gabriel, Saliba, now Mosquera. But now you sit there and you see other Arsenal fans complain, oh, we've had too many injuries. Oh, we've got injury problems. Every team's got injury problems. You can't complain at that. Not only that, we were told at the start of the season we've got good depth now. Not quality depth, but good enough depth. Where is the depth?
It's not good enough. You said, well, good enough is crazy.
It's not good enough, Robbie.
enough.
Fuck's sake.
No, no, hey, Matt. Hey, well, is Alfie have a weird case? I don't know.
The point I'm trying to make is we were told that our depth at the start of the season was strong. We had at least
the best in the world.
We were told at the start of the season that we had at least 2 players in each position on the pitch. Tell me why Norgard's starting at centre back.
The best depth. Well, no, but that shows you have the best depth in the world, because even with all your centre backs injured, you're still able to field centre backs.
But again, I see Norgard in the starting lineup, and I instantly think back to last season when we were playing Partey at right back.
Oh my god!
Oh, talking about
sorry, this comment about concept of Alfie is Menon or Menon.
But what do you mean?
Hyper was the guy at my Q&A that was like Menon and Alfie. He thought Menon and Alfie were the same person. So you can tell right now, guys, they're not the same person, guys. But no, Alfie, you're right. Like, and when you really do, I've always said this to Arsenal fans: like, you've got depth, but you haven't got good enough depth. Like, Arteta's whole thing was like, oh, we don't have enough depth when you lost to PSG. That was his whole complaint at the interview. You made all the excuses about depth, but you knew what type of squad you was going in with. So with all these players injured, and I remember Arsenal fans against Brighton, for example, when you beat them in the Carabao Cup of Hincapié and Mosquera playing them, like, oh my God, look at our backup centre-backs. Well, we saw what happened against Villa. Watkins has been fucking dreadful this season. And he still gave your players a run around. Again, every time against Arsenal, by the way, this guy loves to miss fucking chances galore. There was a chance in the first half, and this guy should have put Villa 1-0 up, and I thought that was it. That Arsenal were going to win it. But you guys didn't go on to capitalise. Like, Eze back on the left when he's been good in the midfield, and Erdogan comes straight back in.
You just knew as well.
Nothing. Yeah.
You just knew as well. The minute Erdogan was match fit, he was going straight back in the team. And I think that was a poor decision. Don't get me wrong. He played okay tonight against Bruges. But, if anything, Eze has been our most threatening player in terms of attack over the past few games. Look at the goals he's scored. Look at the goals he's created as well. He's been the creative player in that team and the most dangerous creative player in that team. So why move him out to the left when it's clear to see that Eze in the 10 is working? We hear the phrase all the time: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why are you trying to move him around? Because not only that, you're knocking him out, you're knocking his confidence by moving him into a position where he's not exactly comfortable, just so Erdogan can flick his hair and move the ball around sideways like he usually does.
That whole sentence is crazy, bro.
Carry on.
But it just baffles me. It just baffles me.
Well, why are you baffled though? Like, are you not surprised that Arteta is going to play Eze on the left? Why are you baffled by it?
I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm hearing all other people saying, "Oh yeah, Arteta's learned his lessons. He's making substitutions earlier." Great. Well, then why is Rice playing 90 minutes?
because Rice is your most important midfielder.
Rice is cooked, by the way. He's been cooked. He's played fucking 40 games for 5 years. He's been cooked. Like in last
Well, no,
three
he's
seasons,
played-
somewhere in Europe.
Other than the game against Bayern, I think, where he came off, or was it Brentford? Other than that game, I think he's played 90 all season.
But you've
Fucking
had to,
hell.
especially now when your centre backs are getting injured. He has to sit deeper. And by the way, guys, have we noticed these last few games, Rice has been better because he's playing as a DM. You notice that, no?
Well, yeah, in the front of the season, they've been playing him as a pivot man, and that's how he should play. Like, I don't get what people were talking about. By the way, like I there was a point where I thought Rice could be an 8, but when I knew he couldn't be is when he wasn't consistently shooting from the same positions where he was actually getting into. The problem is now is that when Arteta was laying out the team, he was putting Rice as some fucking left hand in possession. Now he's playing in a fucking pivot. Yeah, and for some reason, Calafiori's in the left hand for whatever reason. Sometimes kiting in on his right foot, one in his left. He thinks it's Gavardio. Rice is playing well. Rice has been playing well because he's in his natural position, believe it or not. Like, who would have thought it? The guy at West Ham, by the way, I watch every player at West Ham. I tell every player when they go to another club what a West Ham player is going to be like at that club. And I get it right. I've been right about every single player that's left West Ham and to gonna do shit or good. Rice is playing good because he's playing in his natural fucking position, but he's cooked. Arteta is frying him. We talk about Saka getting fried. Rice is going to get fried way before in his career than Saka. Even though he is older, it makes sense, but he's going to get retired at like 28.
It's crazy how a West Ham fan knows what a West Ham player would be like at another club. It's a bit weird.
Isn't it? It's crazy, isn't it?
Weird.
I don't know. Like people don't listen to me though. Apparently, I'm wrong. Like I'm just salty.
Yeah, you was completely wrong about Kudus, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was so
man.
wrong. They're guessing a penalty, by the way. You see them do that fucking chair celebration for a penalty. They're fucking ridiculous. This guy scored like what 2 open play goals the whole season. So get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. A goal scorer though. He's a goal scorer.
Yeah, but with Arsenal, like I said this, was it after our game against each other? Or maybe before it? I said this to Don C. This the last 2 months you guys have had was great, but that's because Odegaard wasn't playing. Eze was in the team in midfield. You guys were scoring goals and stuff. Even though it wasn't like brilliant attacking football from the tactical perspective, but you were still scoring a lot of goals because your actual playmaker was playing centrally. But now with Odegaard back, I was saying to Don C, are you sure Arteta has actually changed? Because what I think is more likely is Odegaard gets back in the midfield and Eze has to start doing, shifts on the wing. And, so yeah, Arteta hasn't really changed. This whole brilliant squad thing, yes, I believe you guys do have probably, the best squad in the world and in Europe and whatever, but your squad was good enough to win a major last year and the year before and the year before that. So everything's changed now. You've brought in new players. You have this 100 goal scoring striker, the best 10 in the world in Eze. You have all this brilliant stuff now. The thing that hasn't changed is your man. You even have a new
That's what it all points
director. The thing now is your manager is still here. So what are we going to say?
It's the manager.
Because you have a Ballon d'Or contending Declan Rice, according to people. You have Saka, who, according to Igal, because he's not getting GA now, he's now doing Saka shifts. He's performing like Hazard. He's doing Hazard shifts, is exactly what Igal said. So what's the excuse? You have Hazard in your team. You have a Ballon d'Or contender. You have the best centre-back in the world. And even though your centre-backs are injured, you're still performing well defensively. And you have a top 5 manager in the world.
But this is the thing about Saka as well. People sit there and wonder, why isn't Saka playing the same way that he was playing at the start of the title challenge and campaigns? It's because he's fried. Arteta's fried him. And he's doing the same with Rice.
Mm-hmm.
And people are sat there wondering, why is Saka relying on GA to have a good game? It's because he can't do fucking anything else. Apart from GA this season, Saka has been poor.
Yeah, Saka hasn't been good.
He hasn't been good, but everyone hides it behind GA. Because he's got a goal and assist here and there. Therefore, he's had a great game. Other than that, he's missing.
Who does that remind you of?
The
Mo Salah.
We will call him Mo Saka, bro. Is this like
Mo Saka? To be
like-
fair, Saka did have this trait Salah had, where regardless of how good or bad they're being, they turn up with GA. They're inevitable. But,
Yeah.
Hey, Max, that's why we always said that Bowen is the best version of these players. Because at least he plays well as well.
Yep.
But
That's what. Hey, got comfortable
but
conversations.
Bowen won't make the England squad over Madueke, so who cares what?
Yeah, no, that's fine by me. Go and have your rest, mate. Go and have your rest.
Like, Bowen is a good enough player to do something stupid like win England that World Cup. So I pray he doesn't go. Bowen is stupid enough to do that one.
And this is the thing. Yeah, we mentioned the striker. Can we have a conversation about him? What's going on? Because I
Talking about giving it a rest.
Yeah, give it a rest is crazy. Yeah, do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm someone who I don't jump at the players that move from other leagues that need to adapt. I don't. But what I'm seeing is like I'm not writing the guy off, but the guy is doing some nonsense, like the bare basics that you need to be doing when it comes to just holding the ball up and just general play. We all thought, everyone was being told that improved them. The goals just need to come. Well, usually it's just one or the other, or it's just a moment. And I believe he is still settling in. I believe Arsenal can cater more towards Gyökeres, but at the same time, we have to talk about it because this was all Arsenal was trying to do in the summer was chase the one person to finish it off. But Gyökeres, Alfie, what's going on?
There was even a couple of instances tonight, like his failure to hold the ball up. There was a couple of instances tonight where the ball was booted long from Raya, and all Gyökeres had to do was just hold the ball up, wait for his teammates to come forward, and then provide an out ball. Hold the ball up. That's all he needed to do. Gets bundled to the floor straight away. I'm looking at the size of him in terms of how like muscly he is, or how much strength he's got. And I'm like, let me land. I'm looking at it.
Pause.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm sitting there and going,
let me land. No, this.
But by the way, Mike, when you clip this, yeah, every time I say pause, I need a pause counter because I said it 5 times.
Bro, it's not saying when I clip this. It ruins the fucking clip. Just let the clip be the clip, bro. But carry on, Alfie. Carry on.
Either way, I'm looking at Gyökeres going to ground so easily after like not even doing the basics. Oh, you know what? Fuck this, man.
No, carry on. You got straight quick.
Give it up, bro.
You man talk. I got fuck all to say, bro. Everything I say is a pause moment, man. Like, come on now.
Whoa.
No, shut up.
Exactly. This is my fucking point. This is my point.
To be fair, yeah, I let you go, and then you said going to ground. That was funny. So, like,
But
carry on.
The ultimate point is, as far as this season goes, Gyökeres hasn't been. He hasn't been good enough. I don't think he has been good enough this season. I think he's had a pre-season. He's had time to acclimatise. In my opinion, I don't think he needs as much time to acclimatise as, I don't know, maybe a Sesko needed at Man United, or, you know, can't think of anyone else and Isak. Well, Isak's not going to need that much time, but he's obviously taking too long. But with Gyökeres, you'd think he wouldn't need that much time to acclimatise to the league in the sense of he's played at Coventry before. He had a little stint at, who was it? Brighton,
yeah.
He had a little stint there. He understands the game. Not only that, I've been a massive advocate in one saying it's all well and good Gyökeres having these poor performances, but the service isn't there as far as the crosses, the ball's in behind. You know, these things that, like, for a striker, those things are bread and butter for him.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem to be being seen on the pitch from Victor Gyökeres this season. And don't get me wrong, I do hope that he turns out to be a great player and a great signing. But I'm not seeing it right now.
And that's the thing, like, I think if you're going to sign a striker, especially just in general, whether it's this era of football or a previous era of football, you should always adapt to the striker that you're playing if he doesn't already fit the style of play that you have. But when he does get the ball, I'm expecting something based on the price tag and the expectation and the chase. It's like you can compare this to when you're chasing a woman, for example, and because of how long it took or whatever. Not literally on the street. I'm talking theoretically chasing a woman. Like, because the men have made the face like he always looks for the mad part instead of like what I'm actually saying. But you could look at it as like you're trying to like keep talking to this woman, trying to get the transfer over the line, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, she just has bare demands of you. She'd be like, why are you not catering towards me? Why are you not paying for every meal? Why are you not well, why do you stink? Like, why do you have an STD? Like, the Gyökeres, it reminds me of an STD. I can't lie. I just like,
why do you stink? Why do you have an STD? Is crazy.
Like, I'm just, it's like a gonorrhea sort of thing. Gonorrhea.
Good question to ask.
Yeah. So
I'm hearing people call him Vicstar Gyökeres, bruv. It's not even people saying that.
That's disrespectful, bro.
Why even have a
Vicstar do, bro?
Yeah, what happened to Alvarez? Wasn't you gonna do your picture every game?
Yeah.
Now it's where the Gyökeres has a stinker. It's just you running in the fucking park.
They all work out and all that, bruv.
Yeah, you having a piss.
Gyökeres, the thing is, right? This guy's meant to be this like world-class striker, amazing goal scorer. But I said this when you guys signed him. Like, this guy's like Lukaku-esque, and maybe even to a certain point, I guess, Haaland-esque, where they're just goal scorers. They're not really great at the whole link-up stuff and all of that. But again, you're a striker. You shouldn't be like a João Pedro, bro. Just put goals in the back of the net. However, when you sign these players, you've got to create chances for them, and especially elite level chances. But you guys don't do that, which is why Arteta wanted a Sesko, because he, is a target man. He'll link play, yada yada yada. It's crazy, but you guys probably should have signed Woltemade. Because I look at Newcastle, Gyökeres suits Newcastle more, and Woltemade probably suits Arsenal. But regardless, Moreno's your best 9 in it. So, because we all know once Havertz is back, Arteta's not going to be starting Gyökeres anymore.
God.
So just play Moreno. Just play Moreno. Either play a front two of Gyökeres and Moreno, which I guess I would do, or play Moreno as your 9. Because
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that, having a front two of Moreno and Gyökeres, especially now at the moment, because we've practically got no defense. Play a back 3. Play a back 3. Have 5 in the middle, 2 up front.
Saka wingback, Alfie. If you suggest that, they'll call you a nigger, because they said that to me. So yeah.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. It sounded like Young Thug. It might get
bro. That sounded so white. What the fuck, bro?
Bro, in Lewis's chat, whenever I say, there's people in the chat who say, I feel awkward when Prime says it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Is it because of my Irish accent or something?
Yeah, definitely.
It might be the accent thing still.
You sound way too white. Like,
they've never. But the problem, is not many people have met an Irish Nigerian. Like, not many people have met them. Even though there's Bear, not many people have met them. Not many people have met them still. So they just haven't heard. But even in Woltemade, I think he suits Newcastle the most. I'll be so real, because he's very going to bring the wingers in. Like, he suits them more than Isak does, like, stylistically. Because they had to play to the runner in behind all the time. I generally think if, like, they played with Gyökeres, I generally think Gyökeres would just look like a horrendous version of what Isak was at Newcastle. Like, they make the same runs all the time.
Playing on the counter and stuff. But also, Gyökeres looks, for a guy that played in a league where there's so much space to run in behind, you look like you're running through treacle, bro. That goal he scored against Leeds that Arsenal fans gassed up, bro, it's this. I know he kind of like dribbled past like 1 or 2 defenders and stuff, but like that was so slow, so slow. Like, whatever, man. It's your money, I guess. But you're gonna sell Gyökeres.
They won't. They fucking won't. You'll fucking say that like Jesus.
No, bro.
Like, hey, maybe the excuse for Arsenal when they don't win the playing left back. maybe the excuse for Arsenal when they don't win the league is, well, who's your sporting director? What's his name?
Better.
Oh, Big Mama's house. Maybe they're gonna say, well, Big Mama didn't back Arteta. You know, he
That'll be the
wanted
excuse
Sesko. Look at how well
Mrs.
Sesko's
Burton's
doing at
boys.
United. Yeah,
Mrs. Burton's boys.
That'll be the excuse next. If we fail to win anything, that'll be the
They didn't back
excuse.
him. They didn't back
Oh,
him.
We ain't got a left winger,
Berta
guys.
didn't
That's what it
do
is.
enough. Berta didn't do
Yeah.
enough in the transfer window.
Yeah, and you know what? You guys will sell Trossard in the summer. You guys will need a left winger. Garnacho's available, brother. This either 2026 summer,
Nah,
2027
transition
summer.
players, thank you.
You're signing Gyökeres. Hey, I was right about Madueke. Mike's and I were right about what's his name? Kepa.
Kepa.
I was right about Sterling. I'm right about Garnacho.
Oh, bro, you can predict
God
this for a
forbid,
fucking
man.
man.
That's
God
cool. And
forbid.
you guys,
He'll
you
be
guys
your
will
best
do
left winger though.
exactly. You guys will have a petition. No to Garnacho, and then this time in either 2026 or 2027, Arsenal fans will be saying he's the best left winger in the league.
Did you also mad is that like they say that about Trossard now after complaining about the wage increase after he signed 0 years in his contract and just got a wage
Mike,
increase for no reason after
5
having one of his
games
worst
into the
seasons and then he's
season,
played well.
5 games into the season, Madueke is one of the best wingers, and he should start over Saka for England.
Yep.
This is what you guys do,
They will go from no to Madueke to yes to Madueke very quick. The same
bro.
people.
Tony just in
I will
July was
admit-
saying about how he doesn't rate Gyökeres, he wants Sesko. Sesko has the best touch of a footballer I've seen. Touch is crazy. He has
Tony's
the
on
best touch
spice.
of a
How
footballer.
about that?
As Tony said, Tony said that Sesko has the best touch of a footballer I've seen in the last 7 years. That is a verbatim quote.
7. Why 7? Like, what? That's so specific. 7.
Why
8
7?
years ago, one matter, bro. Like it's like what? What do you mean? The fuck are you talking
Yes.
about, bro?
Bro, the footballers that have played in the last 7 years, though. Messi still plays, he exists. Hazard was playing 7 years within his last 7 years. Neymar, Dybala, Mata, Cazorla, Ozil, Pedri, Foden, Cherky,
Gylfi Sigurdsson.
How much fucking ping have you got, bro?
to Thomas Partey.
No, look, probably Elijah commented Gylfi got a better touch. Like, what the fuck is fuck's sake, man?
Touch
Man,
of-
no,
of-
allegedly.
of-
But
Fuck's
you know what's funny? When he said it, though, because he said it on Sarcasm City on the Arsenal show, it's like no one heard him say it. They just ignored it and bypassed it. And I clipped it, so it's cool. We'll bring it up. Don't worry, there's an excuse when Arsenal don't win this league. There'll be an excuse.
But there's always an excuse when Arsenal don't win anything.
The
Every
injuries, the injuries to this
Injuries.
perfect squad, but yeah, you guys are still top of the league, and you've only lost 2 games all season. So
I'm still not convinced that Man City will overtake them at this current moment in time, though. Just because, like, every time I watch Manchester City, I'm either watching last season Manchester City or new Manchester City. Whereas, like, they'll come up against Fulham and do what the fuck they just did against Fulham. Every single time they take off number 6, they just crumble. Which I get is balanced, but you shouldn't crumble that much when it's unbalanced. Again, when it looks unbalanced, it's like you look like a worse version of yourself. Whatever, cool. But there should still be people with common sense looking to block shots and stuff. So I'm not totally convinced at this current moment in time that Man City will overtake them. But the way it's carrying on, I don't like. You never know. You never
they
know.
will.
It's gonna go down to
Like,
the wire.
But it's expected that Man City would be up and down the first half of the season. This is expected. However,
Yeah, no, it's
the one
much,
thing
though.
about Man City, they always go on a run in the back end of the season.
They
And
do.
do you want them to have a run where they have something to fight for? If they're still within distance of this league, Arsenal will crumble, bro. That's why I said last year to City, just stay within distance and you'll beat Liverpool to the title. Just stay within touching distance, bro.
Yeah.
If they're if they're within safety pause distance of Arteta's Arsenal, they'll crumble. They'll crumble.
Oi, the
Also,
touching distance
Arsenal-
after that comment popped
Also,
up.
Arsenal. I
You're
know
so
Arsenal
toxic.
have. I know Arsenal's all these big games they've played have been away from home. So the second half of the season, Emirates. but you guys still have to go Etihad. You're not beating them at Etihad, and you guys still have games in you where you'll fuck up. So why I said against Sunderland, I'm not using that as a fuck up game for Arteta because Sunderland are actually a good side. But you guys still have to play West Ham again. You play Villa in a few games time. You're not beating Villa. You're like
Prem.
What?
Forget West Ham. Forget
West Ham always
please.
you guys always stop them winning a title, bro. Come on.
Brother, never at home. We've already faced them at Emirates and we fucking lost. It's Nuno Espirito Santo, bro. We're not fucking... Bro, we've conceded 11 goals in the last 2 visits.
All right, Mike's, let me cook. I know you don't like tomatoes in the food, but just let me cook. Yeah, what did I say? West Ham, you're not beating City at Etihad. Spurs at their stadium. Hey, if the title's on the line, the Spurs are shit. But all I'm saying is I don't believe you guys are winning this league. I don't trust Arteta. I keep telling the people I don't trust him.
Yeah, but like with Man City this season, like I don't trust Arteta either. But I just think Arsenal might win it based on the fact the league is fucking shit. Because Man City have conceded 2 to Leeds and had to have a Foden last minute winner. I know they just beat Real Madrid, but they conceded 4 to Fulham as well. Unless Pep fixes up and manages the minutes of Nico Gonzalez properly, I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Is it not 2 points?
Is it 2 points?
Yeah, it's 2 points, the gap.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Like, again, everyone keeps talking about Man City, right? Man City are not the prime Man City where they won the 4P. But that doesn't mean they still can't win this league. It's 2... Arsenal are this brilliant.
That's true.
City shit, and it's 2 points now. What are we doing?
That is true.
Even if Arsenal and City win every single game from now until the end of the season, but City beat Arsenal at the Etihad, City will win the league.
Do you think that game decides the title then? The game of the Etihad?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
And I don't see you guys beating them. They'll win it.
I fucking hope so. I could not have... Like, if Arsenal do win the league, hopefully I have enough money to book a holiday. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say.
You're going to have to pick a country that has no Arsenal fans.
It's quite easy.
It's quite easy. It's quite easy. But
Yeah.
someone that was meant to be in the title race this season are having a bit of a crisis, and there's been a big situation going on, a big civil war. Liverpool, yeah, they beat Inter. Cool, no one cares. That game was stinky, and they had to stink out. It's one of them games where it's like, you know, when the manager is like a few games away from getting sacked, and they always win that one game to keep them afloat. It was like Amorim against Sunderland. Moyes did it bare times for us. Arteta did it bare times when Arsenal were finishing around 8th. Like, it happens to bare managers. With Liverpool right now, obviously it's Slot versus Salah versus Jamie fucking Carragher. Like, if I'm being so real, yeah, I'm just gonna give my opinion quick. Bro, I don't care who you are. You don't speak against like your manager like that, no matter how shit a manager is, and no matter how much you've done for the club, yeah. So I get it. Players should speak a lot more, but not at that time. Not straight after a loss when you're going to some random fucking journalist talking shit. So, but also, Arne Slot should be sacked. Arne Slot's clearly lost the dressing room. I saw that quite clearly when Curtis Jones did them interviews talking about, oh, we need to do better in away games. We need to play like this. We need to stop playing like this in these type of games or whatever. Slot has lost the dressing room completely. And Jamie Carragher has been waiting. This is what I'm saying. Jamie Carragher has been waiting to pounce on Mohamed Salah. I don't want to hear him talk about AFCON when he didn't even rate AFCON. So don't even mention Egypt and all of that. Don't even mention all of that. You're just trying to put a man down because you've been waiting for an opportunity. But I don't think anyone's in the right. But Salah, you can't go and, like, no matter who you are. I was not for Ronaldo doing that shit against Ten Hag. It's Ronaldo. Because you know why? Because as much as you are who you are setting a precedent for all the younger players that are watching you, that are looking up to you at the club. You see, Salah's not Ronaldo. But you know the Liverpool players coming up? They're going to look at that and think that's all right. They're going to look at that and be like, oh, so you can do this. If I achieve this, you can do this. I can talk against the manager. No. You should never, ever, ever be speaking against the manager like that. I don't care who you are. Like, much as I hate the manager, yeah? If Bowen does that shit about Nuno, I'm going to look at Bowen and be like, now's not the time, mate. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't like
What
Nuno
if
at all.
Bowen says that against Sullivan and Brady?
The ownership is a different story, though. The
Oh,
ownership
okay,
is a
fair.
different story. Like I've seen that happen before. The ownership is a different story. That's a cancer. Like that's not gonna upset a dressing room necessarily. Where it's like in a dressing room where it's like, cool, the manager's right there. You know, every interview that the manager does now is like Salah, Salah, Salah. Like that's different. That's different. Like, what have you man made of the whole Salah slot saga?
Predictable.
I think him saying that the club are trying to throw him under the bus is a bit of an overreaction, in my personal opinion. Don't get me wrong, Salah hasn't had a great season. As far as I'm concerned, if he's out of form, he doesn't play. And you've just got to sit and be comfortable with the manager's decision. If you're not playing, you're not playing. Just because you've managed to get all of these goals and you've won league titles and a Champions League at the club doesn't mean, like you said, you're not above the manager. You're still a player. The manager calls the shots. And if you're not in the team, you're not in the team. So I definitely think him saying that the club are throwing him under the bus is an overreaction. But at the same time, the more it goes on, the more you start to think, okay, Salah's time is up at Liverpool, and it didn't really make sense as to why he signed that new contract. Because he even said himself he went to having a decent relationship with Slot to no relationship at all. And it makes you sit there and wonder, why did he sign a contract extension then? What was the point of staying on for another year or two?
Yeah, I saw an older quote from like August as well, talking about no matter who it is at the club, like something about that they're not like they're always right, but something about speaking up against the manager and stuff like that. Like
But
in August,
the thing is as well, this isn't like unexpected from Mo Salah. We've seen this before. We saw it in Klopp's last season. You saw it at the West Ham game. Brought Salah off of the bench. There was a little argument between him and Klopp. And as they were walking out of the stadium, Salah said, "I'm not going to speak today because there'll be fire if I talk."
Yeah, he did
So
that
it's
last
not
year as
unexpected
well.
to see this from Salah. It's just unwarranted.
My thoughts on it is, I think Salah's been a bitch. Like at Chelsea, for example, when I'll pick up Charlie.
big up Chuck.
For example, when Lukaku did the interview thing at Chelsea, right? As much as fine, the interview, like speaking out about personal stuff about the club is wrong, or about the team is wrong. What he said about not playing to his strengths and stuff like that, like he said what all of us could see. He said the truth. The Ronaldo interview, when speaking with Piers Morgan and stuff like that, and he spoke about the running of the club and stuff like that and whatever. Fine, the interview and stuff was wrong, but he did still speak the truth about what's going on with the club. But with Salah, you're only doing this and speaking out because you're dropped because of how poor Liverpool have been awful. But you're also a big reason why Liverpool have been awful. You're meant to be one of the best winger in the world. You're meant to be arguably a Premier League goal. This great guy, this guy who doesn't cause trouble either. And yet you're kicking your toys out of the pram because Liverpool stink. And the manager, who's trying to get a reaction from the players, he's doing something by dropping what our own 3-foot mics. Oh.
No, ignore the comments.
He's doing something by dropping our best player, trying to invoke a reaction from the players. I get it. Now you could say about how, speak to me publicly, our relationship is damaged. If you can't take being dropped for a few games while he's trying to like change things in the team and make them start performing, then you can just leave and fuck off. And what Carragher said, I get, because Carragher is a Liverpool fan, so he's speaking at this from purely like a biased point of loving the club and protecting the club, which I understand. Him talking about how when he said about how Liverpool, you were nothing, or you were a flop at Chelsea and stuff like that before you went to Liverpool. He's not wrong there. That's basically him saying, because that's basically him saying, regardless of what you've achieved at Liverpool, the club comes first. You achieved all of those things at Liverpool. you wouldn't like you are nothing before. So he's not wrong there. What he said about Salah at AFCON though, and about how you're, Egypt's greatest ever player, but you're not won an AFCON and stuff, and they won 3 before you. This is I want to speak on, because you're not wrong, but you don't have a right to say that. When you discredited AFCON, you don't have a right to say that. You know what? Even Melon are allowed to say that. I don't mind. But you can't say that, bro. You can't say that. Because, listen, I don't like defending Salah. Because fuck Salah and fuck Liverpool. But if I have to defend Salah, yes, he's not won an AFCON. He had won 3 AFCONs on the bounce before he made his debut for Egypt. So, coincidence? I think not. But what he has done for them, I think he took them to a World Cup, which they don't really go to World Cups like that. Egypt are a big nation, but again, it's still like Africa. They've not really gone to World Cups. And also, the year after their last AFCON, there was a big whatever. There was a big incident in the Egyptian league, and football, like their league and all of that, got like shut down for like 2 years, and they've had to do like a massive like rebuild and stuff like that. So again, fuck Salah. So I don't care about the context. You still failed, but if you actually look into it and what he's done for the country, he's done a lot for them. So, yeah, just like both kind of in the wrong, Salah and Carragher. But you could tell, bro, because I watched the just reading it doesn't do it justice. I watched the Sky Sports thing. You could tell he prepared and he practiced. How the fuck does Carragher know Egypt won 3 on the bounce?
Oh yeah, but they do that stuff before the Monday Night Football all the time as well.
No, I know that, but I'm talking about specifically the whole thing that he said. He practiced that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's because it's not just you knowing it right off the dome. You practice that, because normally you probably would have said something like how you've not won AFCON for Egypt, or you went to the last final or 2 finals ago, you didn't turn up. He would have said something like that. He gave specifics that they won 3 on the bounce before you started playing for it. Bro, this guy went full ether. It was class.
Yeah. No, he was probably searching it up on Wikipedia the night before. He was like,
yeah,
right, this is how I'm going to cook Salah.
Now, I'm not going to lie. Hey, Salah, you must win AFCON now. That's the thing. Because if you don't, you know how dark this is going to get. You must win AFCON.
Bro, players in interviews, like when it's Ronaldo against Piers Morgan, when it's Lukaku chatting shit, whether it's Salah doing this, when it's anyone, I don't want to hear anything about these players are thinking about the greater good. These players are thinking about themselves, because football's a selfish career. Even though Ronaldo was right, Ronaldo's not saying it because
about himself.
Yeah, Ronaldo's not saying it about that, but Ronaldo got dropped. Ronaldo got dropped.
Exactly. Yeah, true.
Ronaldo got dropped. Salah, you literally, you're not like the main problem. Don't get me wrong. I believe that Konate should be dropped at time. Liverpool needs to find a solution. I believe other players need to be dropped as well. I believe Liverpool needs to find a solution in midfield. I believe Slot is a fucking idiot. I believe that everyone looking worse is a product of the manager. However, you are not bigger than the football club. Even if you are actually big, like hypothetically, even if a player was actually bigger than the football club, like literally,
like Messi,
doesn't mean you should come out. Like, it doesn't even mean you should come out and say it still. It doesn't even mean you should. I'm going to be so honest. Like, it's not something you say in public, because what does it solve publicly? It doesn't solve shit. Like, unless they like, you got some connection with the owner, for example, where they ask your expert opinion on the club and what you feel like should be done better because they want to keep you there, then cool. Because I remember there was a situation at Manchester United. I can't remember whether it was Tevez or Rooney. But I remember, no, it was Rio Ferdinand. I remember there was a contract situation under Fergie, and it was like, Rio, we're going to rebuild the team sort of thing. We're going to bring in this player, and this player. And we're looking to dominate England sort of thing. And this was when the whole Peter Kenyon came thing out. It was linked to Chelsea, I think, because the newspaper he was in a restaurant because Peter Kenyon was the same agent as someone at Chelsea or whatever, or had the same agent as someone at Chelsea. I can't remember, some connection towards Chelsea. And Sir Alex Ferguson got him in and basically was like, we're going to build for the future. We're going to dominate England by buying this player, this player, this player. That's the difference between, I've got a key player here. I'm going to try and convince you to stay because all this contract negotiations and stuff, I see you as a big part of my plans. That's the difference. Salah, nobody's asking you to speak, bro. Like literally nobody asked. Like the definition of the reply of nobody asked couldn't be used any more than this. Liverpool just dropped points to Leeds, and you're making it all about you. And people would like to say that it was just an agenda thing of what Sadio Mane was saying about what he said about Mohamed Salah. When Sadio Mane is talking about his past teammates in Liverpool, he's giving him praise as a person and a footballer. Mane was like, yeah, great player. That's what he left it as, great player, because he doesn't have a relationship with Salah like that. Because I guess people may highlight the Burnley thing too much, but that was a product of their relationship. That was a product of what the relationship was like. Because Firmino was keeping that shit together. Literally on and off the pitch.
Bro, the petulance of Salah, because the thing is, right, if what he said was planned, then because he didn't play against Leeds, but he was on the bench. So he probably would have done an interview. But the guy avoids interviews for the most part at Liverpool. So the fact that you spoke to some random journalist in the back arse of nowhere is like, bro, Salah has to go, and not Klopp, Slot, whatever his name is, he has to go as well. They both have to go. Because you can't reward this, because now if someone else does this later, then you're Salah got to stay. Why can't I stay? Because Lukaku, we spent 100 million on him. What he said, he had to go. You have to. Ronaldo, you have to go. You can't, regardless of what it is, you can't come out and speak against the manager and the club like this. You can't, bro. Unfortunately, whether you're right in what you're saying or not, it's bad. It's very bad.
Like, what did Salah actually think was going to happen when he came out with this interview? Like, did he think that as soon as the interview came out, Slot was going to be cooked by the entire British journalists?
He thought it would bring Liverpool fans on side. That's basically what he said.
And Liverpool fans ended up singing Slot's name yesterday after they fucking won.
Yeah.
That's what happened. They started singing Slot's name. And it's not like Salah's going to get... Salah will probably get a mixed reception during Liverpool fans as well, like when he comes back.
Yeah. Because you have Liverpool fans talking about... There's some who are like defending Salah, and there's some who are talking about how, you can't speak out against the club, which is like, right. Salah's wrong. Slot, I mean, he's right in dropping Salah, but he should be sacked regardless.
Yeah.
So it's like the two wrongs in this situation, Slot still being here and Salah speaking like this, don't make a right.
Yeah, like, I agree. And there's a difference here, for example, like, I remember, and this is not, obviously there wasn't as much spotlight on this one, but I'm thinking of examples of players talking against their club. Mark Noble, for example, he spoke out against West Ham when West Ham sold Dean Garner. But he didn't speak out against David Moyes. He spoke out against the ownership. Because Mark Noble is way more respected than the ownership.
Oh, he's a legend. Yeah. What did he say?
Yeah, and basically he was like, I can't believe that a talent like Grady Diangana has left the club. He tweeted this out basically. I can't believe a talent like Grady Diangana has left the club and stuff like that. A bright future, a young kid with a bright future, something like that. I'm paraphrasing because it was like 6 years ago, but that was a point where I thought West Ham would get relegated as well. But like, by the way, the reason why he came out and said this is because the whole dressing room was expecting Diangana to stay. Jack Wilshere was expecting him. He got released, but Jack Wilshere was expecting him to stay. Sebastian Haller was expecting him to stay. Darren Randolph was expecting him to stay. Like, there was bare players that spoke out on Instagram, basically being like, commenting on the thing like, go and good luck on your future sort of thing. Because Mark Noble knows, first of all, nobody's going to take Sullivan's side. David Moyes is going to brush us over because David Moyes isn't going to say shit to Mark Noble. He's not. And it's not about player power, but it's about David Moyes knows what type of character Mark Noble is. And to be fair to David Moyes, he knows how to handle these type of characters. If there's one bare minimum thing he knows how to do is handle these type of characters. And the ownership, everyone knows what the ownership is like. Mark Noble has a lot of influence in the club. It's like, for example, Mark Noble was born in Canning Town, he born in Newham, he grew up in West Ham through and through, there for 18 years. And he's established himself as in West Ham folklore and was there before the ownership was. Mohamed Salah is just another great player with a great legacy at a big club. There's been Steven Gerrard's been there, Trent has been there, Kenny Dalglish has been there, Michael Owen has been there, Robbie Fowler has been there. There's been so many players that have been there. Sadio Mane has been there. There's so many great players that have been at Liverpool already. Like, and of course, some of them wanted to leave the club, but none of them came out and was like, you know what, fuck this bald guy for dropping me. Like no one came out and said that. So like, you have no right to speak on it. Melo, what did you make of this situation?
I saw the situation happening. The game they played against us. It was obvious to me that there was going to be a problem with Salah playing for Liverpool, but it's mainly a tactical issue. That's literally all it is. I think there's a reality where Liverpool slot and Salah can coexist quite easily. The main issue with Salah, in terms of tactical bullshit, is he plays too far from goal. That's literally it. The main thing you see from Salah is him getting GNA. If he's playing as a right winger in a 4-2-4 out in fucking Germany rather than near the cop end, it's quite difficult for him to do anything productively. It's literally that's it. Pressing a 4-3-3, all of these problems are solved. That's it.
Yeah. Look, I hear it. Like, Jay Simpson, I get what you're saying in the comment, yeah? But the differences between any job and football is, if you're doing this in your normal job, this is not going to the mainstream media. No. And your manager in your job is not going to be interviewed about the thing you just said on a consistent
undercover
basis. Boss.
Yeah,
where like it's going to be constantly out there. Everyone talking about it every single day. But we're still talking about it now, even though Liverpool won. And your whole teammates are going to be like, well, he said this about this. And there's not like a changing room, dressing room sort of vibe in every walk of life and every single job like there is in football, where everyone is cool. Even though you're working in the same place as people. If you're working in retail, if you're working in a warehouse, if you're working in stewarding, if you're working in anything and you've got colleagues or whatever, you're working in one space, but you're not as tight as you are in a football dressing room. So I can't speak anymore. I feel like
one of two things are going to happen at the end after AFCON and after Salah comes back. After one of two things will happen. One, he'll come back and his bags will already be packed, and he'll be told that it'll be sold, which I don't think is the most likely. Or the more likely, we're going to see Salah continue to down tools and leave in the summer.
Yeah, I think
those are the two possible outcomes out of this situation.
But just leave loud then.
Yeah, you might as well just leave now. But
before you go off for AFCON.
I don't know.
When do they head off for AFCON, Prime?
They have to. Oh, you should know because you think South Africa are winning.
Yeah, but I know the teams are heading off at different times. Because not everyone's done their squad yet, am I wrong?
If you say so. They have to leave by the 15th. Teams have to release their players by the 15th. Liverpool's last game is the 13th against Brighton at Anfield. So, assuming he doesn't play this game, he's gone.
Yeah, and you know what it is as well? There's a quote from August. This is what the quote I was talking about. You always, Mo Salah in August, you always feel everyone is against you. Nobody is against you, especially not the manager. It's never personal. That didn't fucking age well, did it?
No.
What the fuck? Let them go as the embarrassment of Liverpool upper management. I fell out with my manager lots of times. Bear in mind, I could throw him overboard. But we get over it and I do my job. Yeah, I hear that, but like in football, it's very different. And I don't even think it's an embarrassment of Liverpool upper management. I think it's an embarrassment of him. He's the one that came and spoke. No one asked him to speak out. There's not a need to speak. There's no need for you to speak out. Like, there's not a reason for you to speak out because you've been dropped for a couple of games. There's probably something that's gone on behind the scenes a bit more that we don't know between Stott and Salah, because you can't just turn on like your manager like this. But at the same time, this isn't any normal situation. Like when you come and speak out, everyone's going to hear about it. Like Liverpool always spoken about in the media naturally. Like there's Liverpool at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So when Salah's speaking out like this, and when it's a big name like him, you've got to take more responsibility. And you're of a certain age where you've got to be an example for people to handle yourself correctly. You don't have to come out and say this publicly. You could come out and say this privately.
Also, as the older player, the older statesman, I know you're not a captain, but you're one of the leaders in the team. You're the guy, actually. You're the go-to guy in the team. You should be doing more to help. That's why with Liverpool, I've been more critical of their experienced players, of their leaders, as opposed to like just blaming Slot for everything. Because, fine, is that you can say shouldn't be struggling because he knows the league, but this is the first time he's been at a big club. Wirtz, he's young and it can be difficult playing for a big price tag. But you should be doing more to help these guys settle in. You should be doing a lot more than just making the situation worse at Liverpool. Because they're already under a microscope after spending 500 mil and just winning the league last year. You're now just making the whole thing worse.
Do you know what I think he sounds like? Salah. You know, like in school football, when you'd have that kid that was brought off and he
sounds like a bitch ass.
Yeah.
But when it's a person in school football that's gonna like take the football or whatever.
Yeah. He sounds like one of them kids that's gonna say, like, if I'm not playing, I'm going home. I'm taking the ball and going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is the most Salah thing. He probably did do that in school.
Miss, Arnie won't let me play.
Arnie won't let me play. It's nice to just kick the ball at him. Fucking bull child.
Miss, Arnie says I have to sit on the bench again.
Like, just Salah's a snitch, is what we're saying.
Yeah, Salah's Randolph
Randolph
from Recess.
Oh my. Randall. Oh my god.
Oh, I said Randolph. Yeah, Randolph. Whatever. Same here.
Miss, Arnie's playing Dominic over me.
Yeah, Dominic, my like slobby knoppers. The Boondocks meme, you bitch ass, you bitch ass. Yeah. Why do you always put words in the chat that I can't say? Like,
why are you saying bitch ass? Like,
what do you want me to say?
You know what he wants you to say. He wants you to cancel yourself, bro.
Mike's saying the
N-word on your downfall.
No. I'm saying you said bitch ass the way Alfie said it. Like the same tone is what I mean.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say it in a fucking stupid American accent.
Yeah, I know, Alfie. I don't know why you're getting all just because you cancelled yourself on that stream. Don't project onto others. Okay.
Okay.
He wants you to cancel yourself. No, you cancelled your own self. Okay, don't do that. Don't blame others. No one forced you.
But you guys think it's that easy to just get rid of a player? I've got a friend who played in the Prem for Wolves and played for Birmingham City called David Davis. The contracts are crazy. You can read them online. No one's saying it's easy to get rid of a player, but he's the reason why this situation has happened. It's his fault. This is all him.
If anything, he's thrown himself under the bus.
Yeah, like nobody asked him to. Again, nobody asked him to talk. He's the one that's put himself in this situation. He's the one that wants to leave because he's been benched for 2 games. You can't play every single game, so maybe go Saudi, have fun, and then fuck off, sort of thing. Get your bag,
get your money up,
even more.
Or sound like Korean Arab team for Bowlers League.
Yeah, just do that. Honestly, just do that. Do fucking Al Baller or some shit. And then you can participate against fucking SDS.
Al Baller.
No, man. Yeah. Salah finally found his level.
Fuck's sake.
He's still not in the league, bro. Lose the league title on like 2 points, bro.
Al Baller is crazy.
Nice, bro. He's going to still lose the fucking league. But this has been a great first episode of the new rejuvenated GBO show. Everyone's links is in the title as well, people. So subscribe to Alfie, subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Clip, subscribe to Melon. Melon, you're nearly on 100 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're not subscribed to Melon already right now, please subscribe to Melon. You're literally like a couple away. So like,
And
make it happen. It's gonna happen
Alfie
before the
hit
end of the year, but
500.
let's make it happen soon.
Alfie hit, what was it, 500 Alfie? 400?
Yeah.
500, yeah.
It's over 500 now.
Yeah, on the road to
Nice,
1K.
nice. Yeah, you're getting closer
yeah.
and closer to man them abroad.
I wouldn't know. We're gonna redirect to Sarcasm City TV, so go say Mike's raid in the chat. And yeah, we'll be back. Fuck it, I don't know when I'm back. I don't care. Take care and peace.